Hey, what's going on? We're back with our final pools game for the BBR Summer Scramble. We're playing Keegan, who is one of our best friends, not just online or in the community, but overall, so that's always nice. This game is do or die, win and in. Whoever wins is going on to bracket, and whoever loses is going home. Doesn't matter what the margin of victory is or how ugly or pretty it looks, just gotta win. So, as always, the matchup is in the top right if you need to reference it as I go through the team. One quick thing to note is that I didn't have a lot of time to do build notes in advance, so I don't have a perfect recollection of like every finer detail of the build. So I'm going to do my best to run through it with all the information that I have off the top of my memory. But without, we're going to get into it. So the first Pokemon is slowking-g, Sludge Wave, Fire Blast, Ice Beam, Psychic Noise with a Colbur Berry. The concept of this is just that my team doesn't switch into Azumarill terribly well. So I have a Pokemon that resists Play Rough, and then with 48 HP, 132 defense, it can always take Rocks into Liquidation into Jet, or it can take, after Colbur is successfully knocked off, knock off into Jet after Rocks as well. So we also are max speed, as you can tell, so hopefully we should surprise it and outspeed it. The 252 speed Timid outspeeds up to 24 speed Scizor. That should very healthily cover Azumarill in the vast majority of scenarios. But even if it didn't, because we can take all those hits, Sludge Wave one way or another will get the best of this Pokemon. That should cover everything. 72 special attack also gets a KO on max HP Scizor. I think that's everything. So we're going to get into TING-LU. Similar concept in terms of the speed surprise. As you see, it's 220 speed here. Earthquake, Throat Chop, Heavy Slam, Stone Edge. Heavy Slam is there because I expect Kingambit to be Fairy, which I also forgot to mention for Slowking. This will also definitely, if it outspeeds Azumarill, it'll probably outspeed Kingambit and surprise that with a Sludge Wave in Terra Fairy form, or Fire Blast if it remains a Steel type. But same idea for TING-LU. This 248 Adamant gets a 2 KO on max HP Scizor and max HP Azumarill, and neither of those Pokemon should expect to be outsped by this. So the idea is that this will likely come in on Lottie, and even with no bulk investment or minimal bulk investment, with an Assault Vest, it can comfortably take Dracos from anything that's not Specs for the most part. So I'm just going to raw EQ because Lottie's never going to dream of staying in, especially if it's Dracoing and it's like -2. So I'm just going to raw EQ in that scenario. They're going to go Scizor or Azumarill. It should 2 KO, and I'll know immediately based on how much Earthquake does. And if it's in 2 KO range, then I'm just going to surprise them and outspeed and get the KO. So in mocks, both the Slowking speed and the TING-LU speed worked. It surprised everyone that tried it. So I'm pretty confident that it'll work. He has a lot of Pokemon on his draft that are kind of in this uncomfortable like 50 to 60 speed tier that typically they don't run speed themselves, but they're just in range to get punished for that being the case. So the next thing is Raging Bolt. I was going through a few different typings. I think the main two that were being considered all the way to the end were Ghost and Poison. The idea is that either hit had to, or either typing had to comfortably take Sneasler hits. Ghost was nice because if you look at his team, like Ghost hits everything neutral or super effectively, except for the Kingambit pre-Terra. But what also matters is that I was facing upper hand Sneaslers, which could get around Thunderclap, which was a very good tech that some of the mockers brought. So I was Ghost for a while, and I EV'd in a way where I could take like a certain, like a Kowtow Cleave from a Kingambit, and I could take a Dire Claw and this or that. I was kind of finessing all the bulk EVs to take a certain number of hits. And then I decided that just being neutral to Dark and then walling both Sneasler attacks was just going to be better. I don't have to be immune to upper hand. I just if I don't take very much of it at all, that still favors me because Sneasler has to pick between upper handing to block Thunderclap only for 20% versus me eventually reading that, taking a hit that I will live anyway very comfortably, and then attacking. So I realized like I don't necessarily have to be immune to fighting to kind of get around that Sneasler tech that he may or may not bring. Another thing too is like after a Calm Mind, Palossand is one of the more intuitive special defensive checks he might bring for Raging Bolt, but after a Calm Mind, like any ground move that it has doesn't really do that much if he brought any remotely defensive set. But yeah, so 128, 244 defense. The idea here is it takes 2 Kowtow Cleaves into a Bullet Punch from Scizor. So if I lead against, I assume like a Scarf Sneasler, or I could just lead against a Palossand or whatever the case may be, I can take U-turn, and then Kingambit can Kowtow me twice as I kill it. Then Scissor would come in after, presumably I have a Calm Mind boost or possibly two, depending on the scenario. Thunderclap that, and then Raging Bolt will have gotten a lot of value right off lead. I forgot if I mentioned this will be the lead. But there are a lot of things that can't really punish it. And Pyopic Berry, because Latios, basically the only way it's going to KO it, especially after a Calm Mind boost, is by hitting it super effectively with a very strong Soul Dew boosted or Specs Luster Purge, or I guess Psychic too, I guess. But we comfortably eat that with a Pyopic Berry, and we will pick up the Dragon Pulse kill on it if they decide to do that. If that does happen in any of the iterations of mocks that I did where the Latios got nabbed by Raging Bolt, that thing was dead and the game was kind of unwinnable. So if we were able to get that, then that'd be amazing for us. But I think that covers everything. I forget if I mentioned the 120 special attack Modest, always get the 2 KO on Max Bidef. Palisand with Dragon Pulse after a CM. And then also with King Gambit, T-Bolt into Thunderclap always kills. Actually, 2 T-Bolts and a Thunderclap, or +1, like Calm Mind first, then T-Bolt into Thunderclap. Gets a kill on max HP, Assault Vest, King Gambit. So that's the idea with this spread. Here with Valiant, we have Choice Scarf. I was between Choice Scarf and like 4 attacks or Agility 3 attacks, but Beery Berry. But I ended up going with Scarf because I found that not outspeeding Sneasler in any of the endgame scenarios was just always very annoying, and left things a lot to like Dire Claw, you know, BS and stuff like that. So I just decided that I was going to pack the team with a bunch of lures to Scizor and then just let this thing clean in the end. And for the most part, that idea was very effective, so that's why I went with Scarf in the end. Moonblast, Psychic, Fire Punch, Shadow Sneak, Fire Punch for the Scizor, obviously. Psychic for the strongest possible hit on Sneasler, it'll always OHKO. Moonblast generally hits everything hard. And then Sneak in case something goes absolutely sideways with the Sneasler and it's unburdened, and then my Scarf does now speed, and let's say I get it low, because in most scenarios the Sableye should be able to at least get it low, even if it doesn't totally stop it. So Sneak hopefully would pick it off in the end, but you never know how it goes. 120 HP, 60 defense. Takes a Bullet Punch from Max Attack Adamant Scizor after I believe it is either 3 rounds of spikes or 2 rounds of spikes, and then you can multiply that by 2 or 3 to calculate how many rock switches that is. But the point is, like, it takes with the amount of bulk that I had left, basically I took as many rock switches as I possibly could. 68 speed covers just like a Scarf Braviary. Otherwise, the +1 boost will outspeed Sneasler, it'll outspeed Latios. I don't expect Latios to be Scarf here. I think it's a pretty bad bring into TING-LU because it's just so weak, and the speed gap between my Valiant and everything else is so high that like Latios doesn't really have to be concerned about that. Max special attack is absolutely needed because it actually get the mineral of 75 on 32 HP Sneasler, which is the excess bulk that should have when it creeps Valiant. So yeah, it does 75 min. So after 2, well, actually it resists rocks. So if I had 2 spikes, but I don't, oh, I forgot about that. The spike actually, I don't have spikes, so the calc I said earlier about the HP was rocks. But back to Sneasler, after a few rounds of rocks, I think it's 3, that Moonblast always kills. That should be everything. Yep. Now we have Sableye. I originally was Covert Cloak to just get around Dire Claw secondary effects from Sneasler, but this thing ended up being used by almost everyone as a U-turn bot, which by itself wasn't terribly threatening for my team, but it was just a little annoying. My Sableye wasn't punishing it at all. So I ended up being Rocky Helmet, and then if I'm coming in on a Dire Claw and I get put to sleep, then I can Sleep Talk, and then I have a basically 2 out of 3, or I guess sometimes 3 out of 3 chance of doing something that agitates Sneasler, or at least puts it into potential range of Shadow Sneak, or in range of Moonblast if it's not on Burden, or whatever the situation may be. But yeah, Encore, Pain Split, Willow, Sleep Talk. I don't have to explain that too much. It's kind of like if I anticipate that they're Lum or Mental Herb or whatever, I'll burn them or I won't burn them, or yeah, it's you get the idea. But Helmet is to cover like U-turn variants of Sneasler, and then I think that with Sleep Talk, if I got in the very unique scenario where I get put to sleep by Dire Claw, then I have a way out of that too. But yeah, physically defensive just for certain Dire Claw calcs. I think I avoided 3 KO from Adamant or something like that, from like Adamant Band, some situation like that. But in general, this thing is the switch, the dedicated switch for Sneasler. It should be any SD variant, and then it will punish a choice variant with Helmet. It's not that useful outside of that, especially if Gambit stays in its base form without tearing, then it's totally immune to all my prankster moves. So that's something that he'll want to keep in mind, is like not busting the Terra or like a second earlier than he has to. And the last Pokemon is Earthworm. I had Quaquaval originally. This thing is kind of like a Gambit Eater. Just find a way to beat it. But Quaquaval ended up losing to Terra Fairy, or just eventually I had like a Roselli Endeavor set, which was cool honestly, and it kind of worked like a few times. But the fact that it invited Azumarill just kind of put like way too much pressure on slowking-g. Like slowking-g can comfortably beat Azumarill like a couple times, but it can't do it forever. So if Quaquaval keeps having to come in on Kingambit, that just invites Azumarill like kind of a few too many times, and then it just kind of got out of hand. So Orthworm did that job a bit better because it can check Kingambit by outspeeding it and clicking Iron Defense, even if it, because like if it SDs on switch, then we can just Iron Defense, we outspeed, and then we'll take that next hit well, get some Helmet Chip. You get the idea. If it just attacks, we also comfortably take that. I don't think Kowtow could even 3-8 KOs unless it's like boosted by Supreme Warlord or Black Glasses or Band or whatever. But Stealth Rock, Heavy Slam, Body Press, Iron Defense. Heavy Slam will hit the Fairy Gambit. Body Press will hit the non-Fairy Gambit. In theory, I actually think if my opponent is familiar with the calcs, he should Terra Fairy right away, because Body Press does a lot to Gambit, but Heavy Slam actually only does like 30 to a Fairy Gambit, which isn't insignificant damage from my point of view. I just need to like get the kill. I need to get it in range of like Moonblast, which is around 30.5% if he's AV. So like I don't have to damage him that much with my attacks. The attack and helmet combo will do enough to put Gambit in range of things. But from his point of view, I mean, the body press will either like blow his head off or he can live another day. I mean, I actually think he should kind of switch out, but not everyone's that familiar with Orthworm's bag, so who knows. 248 HP and 88 defense. Don't have a great memory of what that is. I think it's a certain number of Actually, I do remember. It avoids 2-hit KO from Adamant CC Sneasler after +2. It's not that I expect that scenario to be terribly relevant, but it covers, basically that was like the max amount that I found necessary in any calc. All things like liquidation and calcs from Scizor and the Kowtow cleaves and low kicks and whatnot, they were all comfortably covered by like 88 plus. Going max defense or whatever didn't end up affording me much better. The 52 attack gets a 2-hit KO on 96 HP Latios with Heavy Slam and a actually, it's 2-hit KO after rocks. The 2-hit KO is on Sneasler, 32 HP. After a CC drop, it gets an OHKO, I believe. So when in this scenario where I get the Iron Defense, he'll CC me, he'll get a defense drop, then I have his slam and kill. Like I said, the next best attack after that was like 16 attack. Going any more attack than that never was really that useful for any calcs that I saw. Then the rest is in 60 Spadef. That kind of makes the roll against Aurasphere Latios pretty good. It doesn't fully get out of the way. I need, I think, 84 to get fully out of range of rocks or a sphere. But if there are no hazards up, then I always live, which is nice. 60 speed is the same speed here as Ting-Lu, which covers up to like 32 Scizor or something like that, or 24 Scizor, one of those. But yeah, basically this thing will almost certainly outspeed Kingambit as well. It'll bypass an SD on switch or SD sucker or whatever. I can just Iron Defense on its face and it'll cover basically any play that he goes for. So that covered everything. Hopefully that was quick enough. I don't have my eyes on the timer right now, but hopefully that covered everything. I don't think I ended up forgetting too much in the end, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cut to the battle, and I'll see you in a second. All right, it's do or die. It's win and in. We're facing Keegan for our last pools game, and he's Terra Fairy Kingambit. All right, so opposing trainer has been found, and here we go. Let's see what he brought. All right, this is the 6 we expected. There's no Drift Blim, and there is no Braviary. There's nothing to think about. Everything that we know up to this far is what we accounted for. So we're going to lead Terra Poison, Raging Bolt, and get straight to work. See how it goes. All right. Like I said, it's winning in. Doesn't matter how. Doesn't matter what the margin of victory is. It's just how the winner of this game is going in. So, yeah. In mocks, the matchups were the team compositions that I played were pretty favorable. Things went pretty well. There's definitely a way that I could envision him doing well if he built like a Draco flip turn, Latios combo. SD Gambit is always good versus against me. Probably like Scarf Sneasler, a Fizdef Azumarill. If Scizor has speed and or is banded, all the that combination could be good against me. But we'll see how it goes. We have a pre-planned way that we're going to go about this lead. Pretty much no matter what we see, I'm pretty sure. If we see the Sneasler lead, I mean, that'd be perfect. That's the perfect lead. That'd be the best thing that we could ask for. Alright, so we see... Okay, we see Palisand. Okay. I think I want to CM right in front of this. Pretty sure. Yeah, he's probably going to rock. He's probably going to expect me to switch out. He may be worried that I'm weakness policy and might not want to attack. All of those are potential things that he could be considering. But I expect him to be like Spadef and just rock here, something like that. So we'll see how that goes. Let me think. If he were to be like offensive, that'd be pretty bad. But I don't expect him to bring that. He's got to be weighing the possibility that I'm policy. Like, he's got to be weighing that possibility. I could see, like, if that's the case, I could see him going hard Gambit, which would be great for us. So he stays in. We're going to Terra Poison. I expect him to rock. He could just attack. That's something he could do as well. But we're going to CM first, so we're not going to get hit very hard. If he Scorching Sands and burns us, that'd be very irritating, for sure. So we call mine. If we were... I had policy on earlier iterations of this team throughout the week when I was mocking. If he were to really just attack us here, that'd be so annoying. He Earth Powers. That did a lot. That is very annoying. But, let me think. Is there a good switch here? I kind of just want to... I kind of want to consider taking this. Because he could Earth Power. Why would... If I was policy, I had policy for so much league. If I was policy, this would have just been a smoke show. I kind of just want to go hard Ting-Lu if he's going to do this. And then I could Earthquake. Because I don't want to take so much damage right now. And killing Scizor is more important. It's more important. And I also think when I'm in his face like this, he's going to be more compelled to attack than to just rock. Because he knows that he gets 2 KO'd, or at least he should know that. If he Scorching Sands here, then, I mean, he just got me. He curses. Okay. I actually... I'm glad that he... I wasn't glad. Good on him for seeing this set. I have faced this set before. Which is interesting. I don't want to get cursed... I don't want to take this curse again. That's for sure. What attack could he go for? This is kind of a weird spot for me because he's kind of hurt. He's hurting himself. I could see him going hard Azu or Scizor. He knows I could kill him. I want to go hard Earthworm. He knows I could kill him, so I think he's going to be compelled to stay out or to switch out. God, this is the absolute weirdest lead that could have happened to me. So he switches. Okay, let's see what we catch. What did we catch? Hopefully it's Scizor. This thing is Curse. It is Scizor. EP. Okay. This is actually what we would have wanted to go into. So that's a little interesting. This might have superpower. It very reasonably could have superpower. If I were to go and attack, he either superpowers or he could U-turn. I think any attack he goes for, the Raging Bolt is good on. I don't think he's just going to let rocks get up like that. I don't think he would want to do that. This is the absolute weirdest, like, beginning of the game. I have to kind of find my footing here. I don't want to lose my helmet versus this Gambit. I've taken half off Palisand. This is strange. I've taken half off Palisand because of Curse. So I kind of feel free to pull some... Okay, he U-turns. Okay, what are we going to go into? Going into the Latios would be really nice. But you could go back to Palisand. I could see that for sure. If you just want to like curse again, I guess. If he were to go back to Palisand, I kind of feel compelled to just Dragon Pulse. Is this Lottie? Okay, this is Lottie. I'm going to make sure this is the case, but this should never kill me with anything. This should never kill me with anything. I would expect you to maybe Draco or maybe flip turn. If you were to Draco, that would hurt. But you're not going to Draco, are you? Surely not. Surely you're not going to Draco. You could though. You definitely could. I have Pyapa Berry to eat this. Like that's what I... Yeah, I'm going to Dragon Pulse. I hope he Luster Purges. He flip turns. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. That's something he's going to have to respect in the future. I did not... I think he'll go Gambit here, maybe. But, I did not want to go Ting-Lu, take a Draco, then a flip turn, and then be in a bad spot, basically. I didn't think he was going to Draco. If he Luster Purged, then I would have just killed him. But yeah, man, this is... Yeah, I'm kind of in uncharted territory here. I'm kind of trying to, like I said, I'm trying to get my footing. Okay, this is not bad. This is not bad. Because I'm just going to kill this. Dragon Pulse. Okay, this is dead. Alright, not bad. Very awkward. This is very, very awkward. I'll say that much. Extremely awkward. If you go into Lottie, I think he's going to either Draco... He knows I stayed in because I'm Pyapa. Like, that's why he did that. So I'm going to go into Ting-Lu. He's not going to flip turn again. He knows that I'm here because I'm Pyapa. Or maybe, yeah, I'm not AV because he saw me Calm Mind. I think he's going to Draco here. That'd be the best play. He could just Psychic Attack. He goes for Draco. Okay, we're going to eat this very comfortably. Ooh, ouch. Okay. We're going to Earthquake for sure. That did a lot. Is that Specs? That might be Specs. While I'm here, I'm gonna see if that's Specs. Ting-Lu. Let's see. That did. If that did. Okay. Hopefully you go into Scizor and it's not that defensive. That did 44. Okay, that's Specs. Okay. Does this? How much does this do? Oh, that does a lot. Woo! Okay. Are you gonna Jet? Are you gonna Aqua Jet? Surely you're not gonna Aqua Jet. I don't think you would. However, if you don't Jet, I think Jet is such a whack play because you get nothing for that. You literally get nothing for that. However, if I keep this for Gambit, you know what? I ran the speed. I ran the speed for a reason. Ooh, let's go. Ah! We got his ass. We got his ass. We got his ass. Hell yeah. So we take the Azu. We get to keep the Colbur on Slowking. And we get to keep this because it outspeeds Gambit as well. So he can't sucker us and we can heavy slam him when he is Terran. So we're in great shape right now with that play in particular. The G King's Colbur can also be reserved for a Gambit or a Scizor. Okay, that was nice. Yeah, my Gambit, as you saw in the builder, literally I'm like adamant and I'm almost like 220 speed or something like that. So this is Scizor. Are you gonna bullet me? You're not gonna bullet me. Surely you're not gonna bullet me. I think if you were to attack, you're not going to bullet because you don't kill, so you want a U-turn. I would assume. I would assume you'd want a U-turn. I think I want to go back to Raging Bolt and just take this. I think I'm going to go back to Raging Bolt. I've taken 2 Pokemon already. Any attack he goes for, I'm probably going to eat pretty well. He knows that Bullet doesn't kill, unless he's banded. He's U-turns. Okay, we eat that. Okay, that did 50. So, this is U-turn. That's all it's done. Okay, you're going to go to Latios? If you go to Latios, I would think... If you do go Lottie, I sack Ting-Lu, I go Valiant, and I think I just Fire Punch. I think I certainly Fire Punch. Because you're super specs. Let me make sure that I have that right. Because I did 44 last time. Soldu. Okay. That Draco to Ting-Lu did 44, and the Soldu max roll is 42. So, I'm thinking... Let me think here. Do I want to sack this, or do I want to sack Ting-Lu? Because Ting-Lu can check... Ting-Lu can still check the Gambit. This can still eat a hit... kind of eat a hit from Scizor. Ting-Lu's kind of done his job, I think. Yeah. Ting-Lu has done his job. Would it be nice as a faster heavy slam on Kingambit? Absolutely. But we have the full health Earthworm. It'd be nice to keep the resist to all of Scizor's moves. That would be nice, for sure. So we're going to let him take our Ting-Lu. And he should Draco, I would think. He should Draco. And he Dracos. So this invites us to go hard into the hard Valiant, and then we're gonna force this out. So I'm gonna Fire Punch on the Scizor because I think I have to. I Fire Punch on the Scizor because if I don't, like if he happens to hit me with like a Psychic, which is kind of a whack play, I don't think it'd even kill me because he's -2. But he absolutely should be switching out here. He's not Roselli. Like he's not Roselli. He's -2. So like I'm Fire Punching here. You can't go hard Sneasler because that'd be a disaster. Because in theory, like if I'm Scarf Moonblast, which I am, Moonblast would just plow through Sneasler. If he is also Scarf Sneasler, that's the only world that I could see him making a play like that. But this Lottie has to switch out. Like it has to. He's gonna go Scizor. Yeah, because that Draco did too much even for Soldu. Even for Soldu it did too much. So it's Specs. Let's see here. What are we gonna do? Ooh, do we get Scizor? Do we get Scizor? Do we get the Scizor? We do. Whew, how much does this do? It doesn't kill. I already know it doesn't kill. But we're gonna get... Ooh! Ouch! Okay. So now I think I just want to go... I think I just want to go Earthworm to get some helmet chip, and we can just call it. He's not gonna raw superpower, I don't think. That'd be a goofy play. I'm gonna go Earthworm. I don't think he superpowers. I really don't. I just don't think he does. You should bullet always. You should bullet always. I would think. You bullet, knock off. Okay. Not great. But we get the kill. That's what really matters. We still have other tools to beat Gambit, so knockoff was a fine play by my opponent. But Scizor is down, and that's what matters. This thing can still beat the Kingambit. Sort of. Sort of. By itself, it no longer can as well, but the combination of all of these Pokemon. I have Sableye, which can beat Fairy in some capacity. Earthworm, which can at least get it low. Valiant resists... what do you call it? Valiant quad resists Sucker Punch. So we're going to go straight to Sableye here. We're going to go straight to Sableye here. Just to get some helmet. This thing will either CC or U-turn. We're good in either case. I think if he does CC into Sableye, I have to start considering like doubling, honestly, into let me think, what would I double into? Because like Kingambit's actually safe because it's a dark type, so it's immune to Prankster. So you could turn. Let's get some chip. That's crit. No big deal. Poison touch. Crit poison touch. You love to see it. Not great, not awesome. Do you go Gambit? I would imagine you go Gambit. And if he SDs as I go Earthworm, I will Iron Defense because I outspeed. And it goes house. Who is it? This is Gambit. Okay, I'm going hard Earthworm. There's nothing to think about here. If it really came down to it, I can burn this. If it really came down to it. So I'm gonna go hard Earth. I expect that he might SD and stay in form. That's what I would do, I think. He could raw low kick, but I don't think, looking at my team, I don't know if he immediately knows like what I'm using for what purpose. So let's see. I go hard Earthworm. What does he do? Let's see here. Earthworm, Kowtow Cleave. How much does this do? That's not too bad. Oh, I forgot. Because I'm actually a genius. I forgot because he killed himself. My helmet didn't come off, so I'm actually the best player that ever played. I'm actually the actual GOAT. I might be the best ever. Let me think. What do I want to do here? Heavy slam would catch. He has to respect body press. He has to respect body press. So I think I'm gonna heavy slam. It catches a switch into light. Oh, that was not a good play by my friend here. That was not a good play. He Kowtow cleaves. Okay. I would have got a lot of damage off on that. Maybe he just took the shot. Maybe he just took the shot. I don't know. I don't think that was very good. That was not very good. So now with now where are we? Where are we with this? I kind of want to go G-King and Fire Blast. That's kind of what I want to do because I'll eat. But I could also go if you're let me think. King Gambit, Raging Bolt. If you're Sucker, 119. What am I at? 119 divided by 423. I'm at 28. Your Sucker would... Oh, I messed up. Your Sucker would do 30. Oh, that's a good chance to kill still. This is a little awkward. Do I go this and Thunderclap? This is awkward. So I want to go into this and Thunderclap. I think. You could Sucker. How much did that do? Let me see. Earthworm. The Kowtow Cleave. That thing like almost 2-hit KO'd me. That thing almost 2-hit KO'd me. Straight up. Choice Band. Kowtow Cleave. I don't know if it's banned. I don't think it's banned necessarily. I kind of want a Thunderclap. You gotta respect the Thunderclap. But honestly, if I just Dragon Pulse, I get this in range of something. I think I'm gonna Dragon Pulse. You're not gonna Sucker. You're not gonna Sucker. You know I'm here to Thunderclap. You know I'm here for that. If he Dragon Pulses, it still gets some chip that I would like. Okay. How much does that do? Oh, that did a good chunk. Okay. So that did a certain chunk. Raging Bolt. If I had T-bolted, that would have been crazy damage. Okay. Raging Bolt can Gambit. And that Dragon Pulse. Are you at 30? Are you at 30? Can I even tell? Let me think. I want to go into this, I think. And I kind of just want to like Fire Blast. I should be faster. And I have Colbur Berry if something catastrophically wrong happens. If something like very bad happens. But if he switches out, I'm in a position where like my Valiant should kind of just start winning pretty close to just winning. So I should outspeed and kill this though. Like I should. I don't think he's gonna wanna Terra. If he does Terra, it's not a huge deal, I don't think. Let's see what he does. Let's see. He Terra shit. Okay. Now, fortunately for us, this kowtow cleave is not going to kill. Because I am Colberberry. The question is, will the sucker kill? Fire blast, how much does it do? Ooh, not bad. Kowtow cleave. So we're looking at a holy shit. Holy shit. We're looking at a pretty sizable we're looking at a pretty. So how much did that do? That matters. How much did that do? Slowking-g. That was through Colber. Through Colber. Okay. 343 minus 121. 222 minus 343. That did 64. Okay. Black glasses. This could be glasses. Ew. Okay. This could be glasses. Shit. Do I go Sableye? Yeah, I'm going Sableye. If he attacks me at all, he kills himself. I get regen back on Slowking, and it can hit the you sucker. Woo! Good play by me. Holy moly. Okay. Thank God I did that. What's good about this is I think I just want to burn now. So this is black glasses as an item. I'm just gonna burn. I don't have any other play. Let's go for our burn. See what we get. Thank God I got Slowking out of there. So we burn. This is not Lum because that kowtow did too much to both Earthworm and to Slowking. What? Okay, this is unusual. I have the calc right here. The kowtow did for black glasses. How did that even do that much? I must have. I mean, I've clearly made a mistake. I've clearly made a mistake, but oops. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. I guess that's just how it is. Okay, let me not choke here. I can psychic. I can psychic. Let me think. If I Moonblast and then I go G-King, how healthy are you? Pretty healthy. Yeah, I think I Moonblast. I got a Moonblast. You should just sucker, I would think. Weird spot for sure. Moonblast, okay. You don't know that I'm Scarf. So I don't think that you go Lottie here. Sneasler could just go Scarf anyway. Honestly, just go Scarf anyway. But you don't know what item I am on Slowking, really. The really weird thing is that if he is Scarf, if he, ooh, Lottie? Does this live? Am I trolling? Does this live? Valiant. This should be like 96. Well, I have to Moonblast this either way. So, this is not good. This is not good. Cause I can't go Slowking. I can't go Slowking. This is a roll. This is a roll. I have to take it. It's a roll. Can we get the kill? Ooh, yes. Woo! Okay. So now our situation is we Moonblast this. If he's Scarf, If he is Scarf Sneasler, then he will he'll outspeed and Dire Claw me to kill me. My Moonblast does not kill him. But if he double Dire Claw, double sleeps, then that would be really bad. But I'm not gonna have another opportunity. I'm not gonna have another opportunity. If he's not Scarf himself, like I would be in the same. If I went Glow King and risk more Dire Claws, I'd be in the same spot where I could then get Dire Claw to sleep, go back to Valiant, and then get outsped. So how much does this do? Do we get a kill? Okay. So this is gonna kill us. We need to not get slept. That's all that matters, is that we do not get slept. Another thing is we're also, if this is Throat Chop, we're also not going to Psychic Noise, because that's noise. So we're just going to Ice Beam. And don't kill. Please do not kill. We are well over half. 9. Ooh! Ooh! And we win. Oh my god. Was that a roll? Was that a roll? Was that a roll? That's what I want to know. Throat Chop, 68, 260. So it wasn't Adamant. Oh wait, this spread is wrong. God. Throat Chop, 62. What were we at? Do you want to? Was that a roll? I'm gonna edit in if that was a roll, because I'm so curious. Looking at the calc, it seems like it was a roll very in my favor. That's what it looks like. But I'm gonna edit like right here, probably right under the camera, to tell you if it was a roll or not. Good game, Keegan. Holy shit. Yeah, you're a bitch.